Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I use my iPad for pretty much everything in nursing school, from like lectures, PowerPoints, labs, all that good stuff. But right now we're going to head to class. I have a lab right now. It's going to be from 8:30 to 1. So it's just going to go over everything about PEG tubes, oral and topical medication. So that should be pretty good, but I'm going to hurry up here and make my shake and then we will go ahead and head to class. Cannot find the blender top anywhere at all. All right, guys, so we just finished lab. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some pasta for lunch, and then we'll head right to a lecture for pharmacology. I think we're gonna go over, some more medications, so we'll see how that goes. But then I'll head home and we'll do some studying. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Y'all, I feel like people just don't appreciate a well-kept lawn. I mean, it looks phenomenal. I don't know what kind of grass it is, but I love it. Okay guys, so we just got back from lecture and it went really well. It was really just a lot of content on like the healthcare system and insurance and all that great stuff. But now we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to look at my PowerPoint slides that I had. Then I'm gonna go ahead and make some Anki cards for them. And I'm gonna show you guys how I write down the notes and highlight individual things that I wanna remember and then plug that into Anki. So I'll show you guys right now. So what I'll do is I will email myself the PowerPoint lecture that was through the program that we have for school. And then I'll just pull it up, the email on my iPad, and then I'll download it. And then I'll go to GoodNotes, which if you don't have GoodNotes, I really recommend it. It's great. And then I will just mark up the PowerPoint during class. And I have a little Apple Pencil here. It's a knockoff. It's so much better than just having to spend the like $100 for the Apple Pencil. But I'll mark it up, highlight it, and then I will go to the beginning of the PowerPoint and I will import everything into Anki. So I'll spend, probably like an hour and a half just figuring out what I need to know specifically, import it in here and memorize it. So that's what I do in terms of the lecture portion of using the iPad. And I know some people really like to use the iPad for taking notes on it, but I really feel like the whole purpose of the iPad and the biggest strength that it has is the ability to download and mark up those PowerPoints, because specifically for our program, they lean heavy on the PowerPoint. So if you memorize the PowerPoints, you should do pretty decent on the test. If that is your program, then I highly recommend getting an iPad. Another great thing that you can use the iPad for is when you're trying to practice like drug calculations or math problems, you can just write them down on here instead of having to write them on a piece of paper. And obviously that doesn't really, make a huge difference. But one of the cool things is that with the pen, you can write stuff and then you can drag it around and you can make it bigger, smaller, you can erase it. So I just think that's neat, having everything in one little tablet, and it really helps with the math class specifically. All right, guys, so we finished dinner, and now it's time to go ahead and throw some weight around, get a nice little arms and shoulders in, and then I'm going to sit down and show you guys all about the iPad. Hey guys, okay, so I know I did talk about the iPad a little bit earlier, specifically how I transfer these slides over to the PowerPoints, but this is just kind of more general stuff about my iPad, and I've got some professional script writing and notes right here, so I can just kind of get all the information down. But yeah, so I have the iPad 9th gen. I bought this like a year and a half ago, kind of right when it was going out of style. It wasn't cool anymore because the new completely flat screen iPads came out, but I really enjoy it. I bought this iPad for like $250, I would say. You can still get it on Amazon. You can get it refurbished. It's not too bad at all. But the newest one, the 10th gen with the flat screen, it's all fancy, the bells and whistles, that will cost about $350. And if you want to make that jump, that's fine. But I think the 9th gen will do perfectly fine. I did buy a case right here. This case probably costed $15. And then I have a knockoff Apple Pencil. Guys, don't buy an actual Apple Pencil. Don't buy it because it is not worth it. I've used them from other people's, their Apple Pencils, it's not worth it. It feels better, sure, but it's not worth the extra, I don't know, 80 or 100 bucks or whatever. Just get one of these little cheapo Chinese mass-produced ones. And I did get Good Notes, and you could buy that outright for like 30 bucks, but I did buy the like $10 per year. I think it's completely worth it. I'll show you guys right here. I got Good Notes on my iPad, and I have everything consolidated. So I have my 2 nursing classes that I'm taking right now, and I can tab them over to where I am able to separate everything, like my PowerPoints versus my lectures versus personal practice with the math and all that good stuff. But what's really cool is that I have all the history of my school in there. So I have, even for basketball when I was coaching basketball, but then I have 2023 and 2024 when I was going through midterm and all the prereqs and everything. I think it's really cool that you can kind of keep everything in one little place. And don't worry that it is like supported in the cloud. So if your iPad breaks, you're not going to lose everything. Don't worry. But yeah, that's just a couple things that I really like about my iPad. I also can run Anki on there. And if you know me or know my vlogs, you know that I am huge into Anki. So it is really nice to have that on my iPad. I know it's a big investment up front, but trust me, it is a game changer. It saves so much time and even money because you're not having to buy pencils, pens, and paper and folders and all that stuff, even though they're not that much money. But still, it saves a lot of time, and I highly recommend it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Remember to study hard, study smart, and I will see you guys next time.